Some fat birds have a tight snatch, and that's a lovely thing.
If there's any women who are listening,
I don't know if they are anymore after what I've just said. I think that sentence might be the one that finished them off. You got a crowbar, those clam lips open. What I do is I just wave a donut near it, and it opens by itself.
Warning. The following podcast contains extreme language and themes and is not suitable for all audiences.
Hello, and welcome to Dead Men Talking with me, Mulholland, him, a big fat cunt with a floppy heart, and little not gay Tom. Hello, everyone.
hi, how are we?
I'm all
I
right.
would like to formally request that we change Big Fat Cunt to now just like cunt, maybe.
Right. We can do that at some point if you ever stop being fat.
I feel like I'm on my way.
Right, are you? I feel like you
may
may be rebounding in the other direction. I think the direction of travel is timber coming back on.
Oh, really?
I think, because you narrowed right down.
Yeah.
You looked ill for a bit because you were.
Yeah.
Still fat, though.
Still fat, yes. Never got below
Never
fat.
been not fat.
Less fat, but still fat.
So it's a fat and ill.
Fat and ill, yeah. You look fat and ill. Yeah. You look,
Phil.
You look like you could
Should
eat.
have called me Phil.
That's funny.
Is that because your name's Phil?
No.
It's
It's actually a portmanteau.
It's actually because you're fat and ill.
Yeah.
Phil.
Yeah, they also call me Gong. So yeah, you look fat and ill. Basically, like the look you had for a while, it was weird. You were fat and gaunt at the same time. You look like you could easily do another 6 months in Auschwitz. That was the vibe you had.
Yeah.
You're like, we won't fit him in the oven yet.
Yeah. That's not why they kept him. That's not why. That one's too fat for the oven.
Yeah, it was a different time, wasn't it? There wasn't the obesity crisis that we have currently. I think there was a lot less ultra-processed food in the German in the 30s.
I think the ovens were pretty big as well.
They were big ovens, yeah.
Yeah,
They were like those, what was it, Udi pizza ovens, weren't they, basically? They were like those really big ones.
And also
They're like, I only use this twice. I waste all this money. I have to buy the special wood for the oven.
They got him out with one of those sliders as well.
That's what I was thinking, yeah. He had a big paddle. It's just got...
The worst thing
Come
you
on,
want to...
we'll use the gym oven. Come on. We'll make a day of it.
I promised the wife, honestly, I told her, I saw it in the middle aisle of Aldi. I was like, we will use this every summer. I promise you.
Just one basil leaf on top at the end.
Not cleaned it since the last time, so you've had to use it, it's all dirty again.
I've never.
It was actually more expensive than just ordering several joules.
I've never got on board with pizza ovens. I think they're stupid.
Yeah, they are.
My missus floated the idea yesterday. We literally had this conversation yesterday where I was like, they cost £300, right? Like, and
Do you know how many pizzas that is?
Exactly. Then you do have to buy like special wood for it and all that. And, like, there's all this
Really?
stuff. Yeah, you got to buy like, all this stuff.
Fuck off.
Can't be asked. It's just not worth it. Like, unless you got a massive garden and you are rich enough that paying that for one pizza's fine. That's the only time.
Yeah.
Most people. But anyway, you're still fat. So yeah, basically, I think you might be going back on the. Do you reckon you are losing? Have you been monitoring your weight currently?
No, I'm not a weight monitor guy.
Yeah. Oh, muscle weighs more than fat as well. So yeah. So
yeah, no, I've just not like. I just.
You've
kind
not
of,
yet got below the maximum of your scales.
yeah.
Yeah.
It still just says 9999999.
I look like I've lost weight, but it's just saying the same.
It's also what they said when they were going into the ovens. That's one of the worst things I've ever said.
It's good. It's a good joke, though.
Yeah, it won't. But yeah, so yeah, maybe you're going back that way. But I think you need to not aim for skinny though. That's not going to be an aim.
Yeah,
for
skinny
you.
ain't my thing.
No, the aim you should be going for is
Dad
like
bod.
strong-man bod.
Yeah, I think I'm getting there a little bit. Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
I'm maxing. I'm
You're
lifting
maxing?
more. I'm lifting more stuff.
You're maxing what?
Maxing my gains. I
Yeah.
don't know what that really means.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the gym.
Yeah.
Ish.
You don't sound convinced at all.
No, not no.
I'm just glad that you finally got a hobby.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what's funny. I got a message from my personal trainer, and he went, he said I'm gonna have a break because of my mental health. I was like,
That is so
funny. I mean, I don't want to
He's
be.
been training you for 2 months. This incredibly healthy, fit man who has exercise as an outlet, eats well, his whole life is ordered and regulated.
Yeah.
Trains Freddy for 2 months, and he's like, "This is too bleak.
I can't take this anymore.
I can't take this.
I did kind of feel when I got it through, I did take it personally. I was a little bit like, at least we know who wins between the unstoppable force and the immovable object.
It's like your trainers are going to have to be like that. You know those police who watch child porn videos to check the evidence? You know they can only have shifts of like half an hour and then they have to go decompress.
I thought you meant, listen, I need a personal trainer, but only one that watches child porn with me. That's only it.
That is the dream job for a paedophile.
Yeah, but I reckon you get caught pretty quickly if you're just in there in a room full of police officers and they're all like, "Oh my god!"
Actually, also as well, it's not the dream job for a paedophile.
Yeah.
Like the dream
Cameraman.
job. Actor.
Is that why they only do 30-minute shifts? Because they've all come by then.
Jesus Christ. Right. What pedo's taking half an hour for a wank? Are they lighting some candles or something? They're running a bath.
No,
fucking romancing themselves.
I like the idea that they edge.
What, they just get like a 17-year-old and they're like, whoa.
No, 15.
Yeah.
15. Yeah, that's the thing about being a pedo that edges is that you just...
Eventually you ruin it for
Yeah,
yourself.
exactly.
You've really got a time limit on that. Yeah.
Exactly. It's got to be just before they're legal.
Yeah.
In which case you're like, oh, no.
I think like a variant on nonce edging is like waiting until they're exactly 16. That's
Yeah.
essentially nonce edging.
Yeah.
Oh.
God. Imagine us talking about nonces on this podcast, eh?
Hey, there we
We've
go.
done nonces, we've done the Holocaust.
We've done
done
your
you
fat.
fat,
Your fat. Yeah.
Right.
Something about my dad.
Yeah, and then
Mum's just gone, I'm small. Right, that's the end of the show.
Yeah, there we go. That
I
should
think
complete
you'll
your
find
Dead Men bingo
we are
card.
contractually obliged to do a rape joke in there as well.
Oh, okay, right.
Whether or not you want it.
Hey.
There you go. Sick.
It's my birthday today. That should be what we started with. you
No,
know?
I wasn't going to mention it.
And I noticed that, so I just did.
We're going to wait how long that you fucking on it on your birthday, you. Honest. He's
Yeah.
like this, isn't he?
Yeah.
Constantly.
Oh, big birthday guy.
Everything has to happen
Big
on his
birthday. I know, I'm
birthday.
such a super sweet 16. It's my super sweet 36th. It's just pathetic being an adult man having a birthday. I just wish everyone would leave me alone.
We were saying exactly the same.
Yeah,
before
because
you
it's
turned
yours
up.
tomorrow, isn't it?
No, Wednesday.
Oh right, okay. I thought it was one. I thought you were 1 day.
I
younger than
don't.
me, 2 days.
I don't celebrate.
I don't really, because
And
like
people cannot wrap their fucking heads around it.
Yeah.
People go, well, what do you want to do for your birthday? We can do anything. We'll do anything at all. I'd like to do nothing. No, you can't. You can't do nothing.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I'm a bit different to you in that I would like to do something, but what I'd like to do is like loads of drugs with my friends at a party, but all my friends are 36 as well, so no one can do that. Everyone's got kids and jobs and stuff. So
Yeah.
like, what I want to do is be 23, but you know, like you just can't. So like, it's just dead boring. Like, you know.
I can't remember the last time I had any party or anything like
Yeah.
that. I just eat.
Last year I had a
it's
nice
aliens.
little meal, like with about like 8 friends. It was really lovely. Actually, my missus did it as a
Oh
surprise.
yeah, I remember when I went to that.
It was with friends.
Wow.
Yeah.
I realised that you were low on friends this year because
Yeah.
you invited me last minute to
Yeah.
come and watch the football with you
Well,
yesterday.
yeah, all my friends are like all my-
Again, never got this invite.
Yeah,
And
because
you
you're an
never
hour
got-
away. You weren't going to drive into
I would have
Stockport.
loved to have driven to Stockport to sit with you.
Yeah,
and
to
you're-
watch England versus Slovakia.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
what was a thriller.
Absolute, thrill. Right. Well, you know, the last minute was good. But yeah, like I basically it's because like
I mean, it
all my
wasn't. Last 30 seconds was
Yeah.
all right. Last
Like-
minute was dross.
all my mates, like I do have friends, but they're all like moshers and emos, and none of them like football. And even like they might try during international tournaments, but it's just tedious for me because like they don't watch football in the same way I do. I need some nerds with me. I need some people who like really love football. Just need people who you just watch it differently to people who never watch it.
You need someone
God, I
that when
bet you're-
there's a last minute goal, you need someone that will hug a stranger.
Yeah, whereas I was being distracted by my missus and mate just having a chat about like I don't know, just some
I bet
bollocks.
you're absolutely tedious to watch football with because I bet
I'm
you're
actually-
one of those people that's like, oh, look, I think he's probably playing more as a Metzala in the second half. Like,
I was about to try and defend myself. I was like, I am that much of a tedious guy.
Why is he a 6? He should be an 8.
Yeah. The problem with the inverted fullback is he's not really providing enough width on the left-hand side.
I'd love to defend myself on this, but I'm exactly that.
Shut up and shout, pass it. That's what I do.
I know. I'm like, what I would say is, I'm very like the people around me at Ella Road like enjoy me being there because I'm funny during the match as well. Like during the match when I'm there, I'm not doing a lot of that. I will with my mate Rob, who I've gone with for years. We have little chats like that, but generally to the group, I'm just saying funny things. Like we have our little nerd chat there. But to the group, I'm just like, look at that cunt,
Okay.
So I keep it level. I think I'm good to watch footy with, as long as you can keep up.
Yeah.
If you're just one of my mates who's like, oh, they've done a good kick, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck.
Yeah.
When they try and disagree with me about anything, I'm like, no, you don't.
You're wrong.
You don't get to. Like, I might be wrong. But you don't know. You have no idea if I'm wrong.
You're guessing, whereas I'm educated guessing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm wrong, but with style.
Those people who make hating football a personality trait can fuck off. Yeah. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's twice as tedious when it comes from a man.
Yeah.
Because when it comes from a woman, I'm like, yes, of course you
It's
don't
male
like
feminist energy, isn't it? It's the same thing of just like,
oh, are we playing soccer ball today? Yeah. Fuck off, shut up.
Just fuck off back to posting black squares on your Instagram. You fucking nothing.
Do you know what I fucking hate as well? Oh my God. This pisses me off more than anything. So,
women's rights.
Well, you're not far off. Harry Kane said
this,
something where he was, and Harry Kane can barely talk as it is.
This is a factor I think people need to give Harry Kane. He is clearly some way learning disabled.
Yeah. He's like Ross Kemp. He's a bit Down syndrome.
Yeah. Like you check his palm creases.
Yeah.
Like, if I bet there is someone whose full-time job is wiping spit off his chin. Like Snoop has a blunt roller.
They use the.
He's got a mop behind him.
They use the trophy polisher at Spurs, but he just polishes the bottom of his face.
He's just a trail polisher.
He was like, well, England haven't, historically, we've not done very well at international
That wasn't how he said it, though, was it? He was like, historically, at tournaments, they will not do well.
Yeah. He was like, we've not done... And he's like, we've not won anything for a long time. Yeah. And then loads of people were like, I think you'll find that the women's football team... And it's like, shut up. shut the fuck up. Oh, really? It was a big achievement for the women's football team, was it? Name 3 of them. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I really enjoyed someone put, why don't we get... This was a man as well, so this really well.
Oh, I saw this.
So they were, why don't we get the manager of the women's team to manage the men's team? It seemed like they did a pretty good job. Oh, yeah, it's exactly the same. Yeah. I'm sure it'd be like fine. Yeah, fine. No, let's do that and see what happens.
Phil Neville was the manager for a bit. He's not going to be England men's team manager, is he?
Yeah, but he didn't do well. Fair. Like that's not a great example. He fucked it up.
But he made it that far.
He was actually Phil Neville basically caused the revolution in English football because it was so in women's football because it was so insulting hiring him as their manager that like basically went, we need to sort this the fuck out. We can't just be getting Phil Neville. That can't be
at the very least, we deserve Gary.
It's like you haven't even got the best Neville. Like Jesus Christ, I'd rather have Neville. It's fucking So like that did actually like flip around a bit. And look, fine, like, well done. It's cool that the women won their thing.
I know,
but it's very different. There's not the like. It's just not as
It's not as competitive.
It's not as competitive.
Most countries don't play women's
football. It's
football.
like winning the Rugby World Cup. It's like, great, you beat Fiji and Tonga, did you? You're the world champions.
No, it's worse.
Congratulations.
It's worse than winning the... It's like winning the World Tiddlyjinx Championship. Like, it's that...
I think it's above Tiddlywinks.
It's above women's Tiddlywinks.
Do they have to gender separate Tiddlywinks? Because do women have weak thumbs?
I reckon men are definitely better than women at Tiddlywinks.
They do.
Google it, find out.
They do gender split chess, which I find mental.
Yeah.
It's like, surely that's one thing.
Yeah, well, do you know why that
is? Can they
not
pick up the bigger pieces?
No, it's because they are stupider. That's the reason. They are less intelligent. That's the reason behind
Right,
it. 'Cause chess
okay,
is
yeah.
about intellect.
It's their brain size. You see.
Right. They keep thinking about cleaning and babies, and they get distracted.
Although and do you know what? It's really funny as well. Where there's there's a 10-year-old kid at the moment who's absolutely whomping everyone at chess.
That is very much like women's football. To be fair, remember when those kids played the Australian national team?
Apart from Magnus Carlsen, he's like this Indian kid. I'm gonna go.
I was going to guess he was Indian, mate. I'll be honest. Like, it was Indian or Chinese.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say his name is Changahawa, because it's something like that. It's not miles away. But
that's worse when you get sort of close.
He's beaten the world number 2 and number 3.
Yeah.
And he's like a 10-year-old little boy.
Yeah, but I bet his Indian parents are really upset with him that he hasn't beaten the number 1. It's like that's why he's going to be a legend.
Oh, it wasn't far.
I mean, it's quite far.
It's quite far.
Ramesh Babu Pragnandada.
Yeah. Do you want to have another crack at that?
No. I think I
Okay.
nailed it.
Yeah.
There's too many letters for one name.
Ramesh Babu's a great name, though.
Oh, that's a great start.
Yeah, Ramesh Babu. I'm just going
then-
to call him Ramesh Babu. Because you're not going to be like, which one? You know, I only know one Ramesh Babu.
Yeah.
And it's him. So, I think
It might be a common name in India.
It might be. I don't know any of them. So I think for me and us, I think it's fine if we call him Ramesh Babu.
From now on,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, he's absolutely killing
Of all
it.
the things we could have called him, I think that's a pretty good result.
Yeah.
World Tiddlywinks Championships.
I looked. It's not gendered. It doesn't.
It's
look
not
gendered.
gendered.
It doesn't look gendered.
No, it's mixed, I think.
What's the English Tiddlywinks Association?
What do you mean? It's an association for Tiddlywinks.
In England?
In England?
I know, but I just...
What the fuck is this?
What's this gibberish?
I just...
Just say what you mean.
The British Heart Foundation. What do you do? And where?
Help you fat cunt. Who's the greatest Tiddlywinks player?
Lawrence Kahn,
Yeah.
born 1953 or
Kahn!
1954, is an American Tiddlywinks player. He's
So
the most
wait,
accomplished Tiddlywinks player
He's the
worldwide.
best, and you don't even know when he's born.
Yeah, it's like African football players. You know how no one knew how old Kanu was?
Yeah.
It's the same sort of thing
Well,
going on.
he's American. He grew up in Florida.
Yeah.
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 Cool. And he went to MIT. That's a
And
good school.
And he's the best at Tiddlywinks.
Yeah.
Can I just say...
It was always going to be an artist, wasn't it?
No, but can I just say that if you went to MIT and you dedicate your life to Tiddlywinks, that is such a fucking waste.
I don't think
because that was the best ever.
I don't think he's dedicated his life to it as well. I imagine he also has a day job.
What else has he
I don't
done?
think there's a full-time touring circuit for Tiddlywinks.
what else has he done?
I think this is his fucking hobby.
Google Larry Kahn.
He's got a bachelor's degree in ocean engineering. He's got a master's degree in ocean engineering. He's an ocean engineer.
He's an ocean engineer.
Yeah, he's an ocean engineer.
He worked with
which
the National Institute of Health, advising them on IT acquisitions.
seems like he's had a pretty good career.
All right.
And he's the world's best Tiddlywinks
Yeah,
player.
Can we
which is
Google-
like a great little party. Like when you're at a party, you know, like a little icebreaker. Hey, has anyone else ever played a game of Tiddlywinks?
Oh, Khan's got the Tiddlywinks out again.
Yeah, he's at the bar making himself a drink. He just like flicks an ice cube into his cup. He's like, oh, sorry, reflex. I happen to be the world's greatest Tiddlywinks player.
Can we see him in
Anyone
action?
for winks? I have actually watched the documentary.
Can we see him in action?
Yeah,
Let's-
I might have seen this guy because I've actually watched the documentary about the World
This seems
Championships
like
of
right
Tiddlywinks.
up your...
Mate, my favourite documentary genre is
I know, weird
world
little-
champions at terrible, stupid
love
things.
that stuff as
It's
well.
amazing. I love seeing people
Because
dedicate
it
themselves.
means everything to them
Exactly.
and nothing to everybody else.
It's super high stakes for them, and I love the dedication of champions, but
Do you
being
know-
applied to
did you ever
bollocks.
Did you ever watch that mermaid documentary?
Loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've talked about it. Yeah,
Because the thing is that I loved about it is people like, oh my god.
you just loved that there was a fat one that we all laughed at.
No,
we've
no-
talked about it.
No, but what I loved as well was the fact that they were like, oh my god, that's Jenny Flipper.
Yeah.
She's the greatest mermaid there ever was, and she works at like an IHOP or something
Yeah.
like that. It's just like out
Yeah,
of
and
that.
look, this is just in a community centre. This is the World Championships, and it's literally like
It's a community.
It's literally like honestly, we filmed our world record special in a nicer room than this.
Oh my. Oh,
Look at
that's a
that,
good
bang.
shot.
It's pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah, they're pretty good at it. They are the best in the world.
It's so.
How long do you reckon it'd take you to be world champion of this if you just dedicated your life to it?
I don't think I ever could. There's going to be some nerd who's amazing at it. Like
I
these
reckon
guys
might
are
be.
really good.
I reckon a year.
How bad do you reckon it smells in that room?
Not as bad as in this room. Fuck
It
me.
tiddly stinks.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I reckon that guy's going to get really excited and go home for some tiddlywanks.
Yes.
You got any more?
Yeah, he's going to put on a gimp mask.
Yeah.
Because he's got a tiddly kink.
Do you know what his favourite colour is? Tiddly pink.
Freddie's trying to do what we can't tiddly think.
Do you know what do you know what he calls Chinese people?
Go on, say
Tiddly
it.
Junho.
Say it.
My tiddly Chinese brothers?
No, say it properly.
No.
Say it with me on 3.
No. You
Say it with me, Tom.
You just have to imply the slur.
1,
You imply the slur.
2, 3.
Tiddly Chinese.
Tiddly Chinese.
Yeah.
Tiddlyjinx.
There we go. He's in.
What? Anyway, back to Auschwitz. This podcast is the wildest in terms of its swings from genocide jokes to like, hey, Tiddly thinks, you know what I mean? Just like it's so horrible and so immature at the same time.
Your mum's dead fit. She's a tiddlyminx. Yeah. Do you know what my favourite artefact in Egypt is?
Tiddly Sphinx.
Tiddly Sphinx, yeah. What have we got? I sent you an email, I think, last week that we've not looked at.
Oh, yeah, let's have a look at that then.
Yeah.
Here you are.
Let me just have some water.
Yeah, here we go. What?
Go on.
You gotta have a tiddly drink.
Yes!
Hey. What we got here? We got.
Oh, this is fun.
Scooters.
Yeah, so these are some ladies talking about, and you'll like this, Freddie. This is
Because, all right, so when you say you like this, Freddie,
Yeah.
I've already seen the picture and they are both fat as.
yeah, it's basically this is some advice on how you can enjoy your trip on holiday more if you're a big fat lazy
I'm
cunt.
going to go right ahead and say that when you play this, their accent's going to be, well, now, we're
Yeah.
out at the moment with my sister Janice and we are hot and we need some food.
Yeah,
Like that.
it's Cat Williams. This video is Cat Williams.
Have you been thinking about renting a scooter for your Disney World vacation?
Have you?
Not sure where to begin? Hey everyone, we're plus-size park hoppers, and we range in sizes from 2X to
Pause
5X.
it. It's not how a fat woman should sound.
It's not. It's so squeaky.
Hey, everyone.
Right, you're like, for anyone who's just listening to the audio, she sounds like, but she looks like.
Get my Cat Williams back on. Ladies, you know what it's like when you meet a girl.
There's some
she-
fat bitches.
Some bitches, they sound like but they look like
I love that. It's like, we range from 2XL to 5XL. And these are American XLs as well. So that's like,
Yeah,
European
yeah,
sizes. That's just, I think that's a medium whale.
MW.
Yeah. I love this when they're just like, so basically, like, when they're like, have you thought about renting a scooter? Have you thought about walking? That'd be so good for
Do you know what's
you.
pissed me off as well? The fact that there is a little fan on the scooter.
Oh, they
It's
talk
like-
about the
it's
fan
like-
so much.
It's like, does the air generate? Does the breeze generated not by having a scooter? Is that not enough for your fat?
No, these are
body?
some sweaty bitches. These are some sweaty bitches.
These are some sweaty ass pow.
There we go. Let's see some more advice.
Make sure you like this video and follow us for more plus-size Disney tips and tricks.
Make sure you
Disney
do,
World
Freddie.
vacations can require a lot of walking, which can be painful and might put a damper on your vacation.
It can also cause weight loss.
Yeah, it could also be so good for you
Yeah.
to once in your life fucking walk.
Might put a dampener on your vacation. How was Disney World? Oh, it was dreadful. I had to walk.
Yeah.
You poor thing.
Also, you're walking so slowly. A lot of it is just queuing.
Yeah, just get some anti-chafe powder on those thighs and off you trot.
Yeah.
And you can stop for a hot dog whenever you fucking want.
For longer trips, one of us always rents a scooter, and she prefers to rent through Gold Mobility. Renting a scooter through Gold Mobility is much more cost-effective than renting through Disney.
$230.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
To rent a scooter.
to not
Yeah.
walk. And that'd be per day.
Just to be, yeah. No, that's 7 full days, actually.
Is it?
But that's just for the scooter.
Do we have the number?
They're just at Disneyland,
You what?
this rental company.
Oh.
Right, yeah. I'm sure Shop Mobility will sort you out a Fat Boy scooter if you want.
No, I don't want one.
It's literally the last thing you need.
No, I like walking. I'd hate walking.
Yeah, you do. I know.
Walking pisses me right off.
I know.
I don't mind walking if it's a flat surface. I just don't think we need hills anymore.
You don't think we need them anymore? You
What do we need hills for?
You think we should just smooth the world out?
What do we need hills for?
Well, like water drainage, rivers.
Oh, shut up, you nerd. Water drainage.
Well, yeah, that's literally a
thank
thing we
God
need hills
for that hill, so it can drain water effectively.
Yeah.
Flatten it out.
'Cause otherwise, it
The
would just
water
flood.
cycle.
Every time there was a tiny rain, it would flood.
You just don't go out that day.
It would be every day would be a flood in the UK.
We live in the northwest of England.
Yeah,
It rains all the time.
All
and
right,
also like
less less.
It's not like something you're talking about it like it's something we're actively doing, like we're out there building hills. It's just they're there. The hills exist and we have to work around them. That's just how the earth is.
Or we could stop being a little bitch to the earth and flatten them.
Right, we could flatten them to stop being a little bitch to the earth.
Thank you.
I don't
Would you
understand
start
what
with
that
the
means.
smaller hills and build up? Or
No,
would
I'd
you go
start with-
Everest first?
I'd start with the biggest ones.
and file it down.
Everest, file it right
What,
down.
to send a message to the other hills?
Yeah.
To be like, this could be you. Look, you're treating it like a prison yard. You're
Yeah.
going in, like, taking out the biggest one to make a marker.
Hey,
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 K2, this will be you next.
Right.
step in line.
Where-
Hey, Nevis. Look what I did to your bros.
Look how quickly he ran out of mountains. He went to Ben Nevis as his third mountain.
Okay, what would your third mountain
I would have
be?
gone K2 before that.
Yeah,
I'd already
that's what
said
we
that one.
said.
Mount Fuji.
Mount Fuji, yeah.
Better
Mount
mountain.
Fuji,
Better
that's
mountain.
not in England.
What?
Yeah.
Neither is
Well,
Everest or K2.
Yeah.
No, I know, but fucking Ben
Neither
Nevis.
is Ben Nevis. It's in Scotland.
Fucking thick.
I don't know about mountains. I don't
Right.
care about mountains. So I don't. Need
Yeah,
to
I
know
can
about
tell. Like, but
Can you name one mountain in England?
them. Yes. Helvellyn.
Oh, yes, well done.
cool.
Fucking nailed that.
Yeah.
I didn't think you was going to name
Yeah,
it.
and I only know that because I went to a pub where all the beers were named after mountains. So I know Helvellyn and I know
Oh,
Scafell Pike.
I went up a mountain called Hraunsnafoxel in Iceland. That means lava nose.
All right.
So that's a mountain, I know. There we go.
Cool.
Mountain chat.
Literally.
Play the sting, Tom.
I'd love to do a mountain podcast about
Yeah.
walking.
Why?
Just a podcast where we just go for a big walk, have a nice chat, and then come back.
That sounds boring as fuck.
Oh, yeah, but I'd like it.
Yeah. All right, fucking nice one, Bob Mortimer. So what?
It's Chris podcast.
I know.
It's very
So-
popular, the Chris podcast.
Yeah, you know, it's a very popular Jamie Hutchinson podcast.
Yeah. Oh, I guess we're more popular than you two
got
to do
such,
it.
you got such bad ideas for content.
Yeah, maybe if we'll do a podcast where what we do is we sit still and we look at a wall.
What about if we both go on a canal boat?
Yeah, maybe.
But we don't go anywhere too difficult. We just sit on the canal boat and talk about boating.
I mean, didn't you do an Amsterdam special where you did exactly that?
No, we got high on a boat and crashed it a lot.
Yeah.
It was very different, like because we did it without competence.
Yeah, and we did it with style.
Did it with style with funny little hats. I got
Do you
incredibly
remember-
stoned.
Do you remember when we were really worried about losing the deposit?
Yeah.
And we crashed the boat about 7 times,
Yeah.
and then we just left it.
We just ran away from it. Got the
Left
deposit
it
back.
and ran away.
Got the deposit back. It's fine. Turns out those teenagers who rented us that boat didn't give a flying fuck what we did to it.
Turns out that Amsterdam teenagers
Yeah.
don't actually care about
Yeah.
anything.
We would have gone further and crashed it a lot more had Phil Chapman not gone really scared.
Yeah,
He got really freaked out. He was really high, and it turned out he knew about boating. So yeah, he got dead. He got dead
Yeah,
worried.
and we were actually in lots of trouble.
Yeah, we were actually like causing a lot of like dangerous problems. We were like, wee.
Yeah. Do. Boat. Crash. Laugh. Hey, person with boating experience, why are you so scared? Crash.
So yeah, I imagine that's what you'd be like on a scooter at Disneyland as well. You'd be running over children, just like, out of my way, Freddy needs a burger.
I hate the idea of Disneyland. I hate the concept of it. Everything about it. Just I don't.
Children everywhere, and not a drop to drink.
You're not really a theme parks guy, though, are you? You're not a
No,
theme
I hate theme parks. I think
doesn't fit on the rides.
I know. I just think it's childish. I just think you're.
Yeah, I think Disneyland is childish.
I
That's
think you're
kind
a
of the
child.
point.
Yeah,
I
but
think
like-
you if you enjoy theme parks as an adult, I think it's a really weird thing to enjoy.
No, some theme parks are class. Like,
You
the
are?
ones with like the scary rides are class.
Which rides is but it's pointless though.
I went to
Because
one that was
you're not scared because you know that it's been designed in a way that means you're safe.
like tell that to Alton Towers, mate.
Yeah.
You know, like you could lose a leg at any point. Scary.
Shout out Leah Washington.
Yeah. I'm also
Who married that guy? You know.
Yeah, I know. We talked about it.
I think we talked about it like 3 times.
Yeah, because it's mad. But like I'm always scared on roller coasters because I think I'm too big for them. And like my mate, I like it just freaks me out that I will like be like dangling off it at a length they don't expect. I don't think they test
could-
it for giant.
Yeah, they
lank
don't really have
groups.
a maximum height, do they? on
Yeah,
the-
exactly.
yeah.
And I think they should.
So
I've,
you
I've
think-
felt like I've had to duck before on a roller
So
coaster.
you genuinely think that like their engineers could not conceive of a man this gangly?
No one does. No one factors me into design in general. Like everything is too small for me. I constantly see stuff where I'm like, well, I won't fit in that. Just won't get in
Yeah.
that, you know. And it's not even my fault like it is with you.
It's not my fault.
It's your fault that you're a fat cunt.
I've got broad shoulders, though.
Flabby shoulders.
Broad.
Flabby.
I have a stocky frame.
That you've covered in layers of fat.
Layers of beef stock.
Yeah, when you say it's stocky, it means you smell of oxo.
You're full of gravy.
Right, can we watch this video?
Let's keep watching these fat
And you
cunts.
don't even have to rope drop the ECV counter. Their most durable model is the Maxima, which has a 500
most
pound
durable.
capacity. Much like Hercules, this thing really goes the distance. Between the captain's chair and adjustable steering, this thing is the Cadillac of scooters. All of Gold Mobility's Victory line of scooters come with a fan, a phone holder, and an accessory of your choice.
Accessory of
The
your
fan really
choice.
came in
Ladle.
Serving plate.
What other
I choose the feed bag. With my...
what other accessory could you need?
Can I have the adult nappy, please?
God, that's pathetic.
It's so bleak, isn't it? Being like, oh, I'm going to go on holiday. I'm going to have to get a scooter. This for me would be like my rock bottom where I'm like, I need to sort my shit out. If I went on holiday somewhere and I couldn't walk around, if I had eaten myself disabled, it's like you've disabled yourself.
Yeah.
You're not just a bit fat, like, you know, because there's nothing wrong with being disabled, but I think every disabled person would rather not be. You know, it's inconvenient to be disabled.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being disabled unless you do it to yourself.
Yeah,
unless it's your own fault.
Yeah, and if you can choose not to be disabled, probably choose not to be. It looks inconvenient to be disabled.
Yeah.
Like,
Imagine
if you want to go into a disabled toilet because you've got a genuine disability, and you see this cunt waddling out of there having done a Hiroshima in the bowl.
What do you reckon Paralympic athletes think of these people?
This should be a category. If they're going to count as disabled for scooters, we should get them in the Paralympics and not let them just do sumo. I want to see them doing all the sports. I want to see canoeing. I want to see skateboarding. I want to see gymnastics. I want to see pommel horses getting shattered into splinters.
Diving.
Just an empty pool when they're done.
Oh, the Fat Olympics will be. I'd watch
Olympics
that.
would be fucking brilliant.
I would watch that.
Just a load of sweaty cunts. And like, also, I think don't let them qualify. Just pick random fat cunts from each country. Just pick them. Just like you've been drafted.
Like jury service.
Yeah.
Be called up to represent your country at the Fat Olympics.
Yeah. I think basically the way they should select it is.
God, I'm on holiday. Tough luck, you fat cunt.
Yeah. They should have a trapdoor underneath one of the spots on the Pizza Hut buffet. And you just drop down it and you're shipped all the way to the Olympic headquarters.
It only releases on a certain weight.
Yeah. It's like, oh, sorry, we've accidentally got a family of 4 down here. Like, no, you can go back.
But it's okay because Mum's really fat.
Every time you order a top that's XXL online, you just get entered into a raffle.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what would be great is if they did like Hunger Games?
The very hungry games.
That'd be so... Because they're doing the Olympics where you can do drugs, aren't they?
Yeah.
This one would be so much better than that.
This would be so entertaining.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly think, right, they should like starve fatties for a week and then just throw a Snickers bar in the middle of 5 of them.
I think it would be better if...
Real life hungry hippos. You tie them to a wall with elastic. You just have a big pile of chocolate just out of reach. They're all like,
I think it'd be better. You'd have to give them motivation to take part. So like maybe the losers like get shot or something.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think they might enjoy that, a lot of them, though. They'll be very sad out because given how fat they are. So they'll be like, oh, good. Finally, I can get shot.
The losers has to walk home.
The losers get the...
Yeah, the loser gets a 20-minute walk. They'll just be like, no!
The pole vault would be amazing.
Oh my God, it would be fucking... Can you imagine the structural engineering that'd have to go into that event?
Oh God, it looked like a pole fitness class in Wigan. Just a lot of fat women in lycra.
It is always awful when like a fucking auntie or just some mini relative or something is like, I'm into pole and starts posting videos of themselves on Facebook.
Mate. Yeah. Ladies who have their own special pole fitness accounts on Instagram, please just know that it's not for all of you. Like I really get that some of you are quite...
Maybe you should be doing Zumba still.
Yeah.
It is the terrible paradox of the pole fitness class is that there is no fitness going on in there.
Yeah. The hot ones get hotter and the minging ones get minginger.
Oh God, your thighs look very powerful.
Yeah, strippers aren't like fit because they're strippers and they're doing stripping.
No, they're fit because they're sad.
Yeah, because they're doing heroin.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
should
the
be
original Ozempic.
that should be it for Paul Fitness. You know what we're going to learn today? Needlework.
Do you want to see some more fatties? They're still going on this.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Handy during our trip in August. It gets super hot. When you're not using the fan, there's even an available USB to charge your phone, which is a great amenity. They
That is a
dropped off
great
the scooter right at our resort, and the driver even texted us when they were on their way. Batteries on these scooters are incredible and barely even dipped below green after a full day of use. The seat even pivots so you can get on and off super easily. One of our
How powerful do those batteries have to be?
Very.
All the stuff I'm doing, like emptying out my rubbish and stuff, this is causing way more climate change.
Like there are children in like lithium mines in like Africa who are like sweating to death every day, so this fat cunt can be rolled around between concession
It's
stands.
because they don't have a fan.
They've chosen the wrong accessory. I knew I should have not have gone for the cup holder.
That was what you went with?
Cup holder.
That was the accent you went with?
Yeah, I bailed
You
out
did
halfway
not
through.
commit,
I
did
didn't
you?
commit at all. No, I was like, am I going to do it? Sort of.
Yeah.
It was like, we'll dip a little toe in. I love that it has to swivel round because they're too fat to step out of a chair. Like, that's mental, innit? Like, because again, like that is a really good design for someone who's got an actual disability. There are some people who'd really struggle with that twist. Maybe if you had like a muscular problem or something like that. See, there's loads of reasons why you would need to have that good bit of design. If you need to use it because of cake, sort your fucking act out.
Why is it, right? Why is it that it's only like America that has this problem?
Oh, no, Britain's definitely having this problem.
No, but not to this level.
Not to this extent. We're behind, but it is
But
getting
like,
worse.
there's never this problem in, let's just say, I don't know, Spain.
Yeah.
And Spain has fat cunts.
Yeah, but just not the same level of fat cunts.
Yeah, but it's
Like,
also...
when you
They have this problem in Benidorm.
Yeah, when you go America though, like it is like startling. Like you know, like you would be an average man. Like Americans will never get into this podcast, so they listen to this and go, "Why are they calling that slim man fat?"
Yeah.
It's like Americans are fat on a fucking another level.
Think about how many people there are in China.
Yeah.
None of them are like this.
Yeah.
None of them.
I don't see much Chinese media though. Maybe
No, but
there
like,
are,
no,
I just don't see
because
China
the Chinese aren't as accommodating as this. Like in America, they're like, oh, these are really fat people. We could probably sell them something to make them more comfortable, and their fat, lazy people will enjoy that. In China, they're like, why are you such a fat cunt?
Why have you brought shame upon your family?
Yeah, you're disgusting. Sort it out. And also, it's very hard to get that fat if you have to work 18 hours a day in a phone factory. You know, you don't have time for lunch breaks.
And eating noodles as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like the food's better. Like that is the thing. Like the food is just. That's why Spain doesn't have as much problem with it. The food is better. There are nice vegetables available. You know.
That's true,
Yeah.
It's because like American food is disgusting, artificial, fake shit.
I remember going to America when I was 15.
Yeah. Stone.
And I
Fat.
hated the food over
Yeah.
there. It tasted like plastic.
It is crazy because you sort of like you see it on telly and you go, oh, that must be amazing, and like, oh, they're all so fat, they must have the best food on earth. But everything you try of American shit is awful.
Plastic.
All their chocolate's horrible, all their sweets are horrible, like everything.
Just like normal food, like pasta was gross.
American fizzy pop is nuts because I like fucking sugary wild fizzy drinks. When you have an American one, after 3 sips, I feel insane.
Yeah,
It's it's so many chemicals at once, and they have like fucking these things of it.
Yeah.
Stupid yank pricks.
Yeah, fuck off, America.
Stupid
If you're
America.
American, you're an idiot.
Yeah, it's one of the things I really love about Britain. It's one of the things that makes me genuinely patriotic. Is that we're one of the only countries on earth that looks at America and goes, "Fuck off."
Yeah,
like
yeah.
everywhere else on earth, they're like, "Oh, American stuff's so cool," and we're like, "We're way cooler than them cunts."
Yeah,
no, I think a lot of countries hate America.
Yeah, but they don't. They think it's cool, all their stuff. Like we're one of the only countries that actually has a cooler cultural output, and we can go fuck off. We got our own shit. Like that's a real British thing where we go, yeah, we don't need your shit.
Let's
Love
carry
it.
on with this.
Not like Romanians who are like, I like blue jeans.
Mobility is that you can take it out of the park and onto a boat, so you can go have dinner on the boardwalk or at a resort. You can take these scooters onto
Pause it.
all of.
There's something insane about having a vehicle on top of a vehicle on the water.
Yeah. Having a fat cunt on a scooter on a boat on the water.
Wild.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Disney's transportation. Overall, we
Look
can't
at it.
recommend
Fucking
Gold
look at the
Mobility
suspension
enough. Gold
struggle on that
Mobility
fucking
staff are
thing.
super helpful and ready to help you
That
have
twisting
a more
seat is like a
comfortable
lazy
vacation.
Susan.
It's a very lazy Susan.
That's her name.
It's wild, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's wild that that's how like the considerations they have where they're going to go on an holiday.
Yeah. Well, I've got something that's kind of in that same
All
thing,
right.
but this is how
Maybe open that as a separate tab, Tom.
this is how different countries take into account different considerations,
Uh-huh.
and this is how the
You made
Scottish.
it. I'm in Glasgow, home of the Tunnix tea cake,
Hey,
bagpipes.
Shut the fuck up, you silly English.
That was very funny.
That is how accommodating you should be.
Yeah. Like, that is the thing. Like, I think that might well be a little joke that they're having, but it's also very indicative of Glasgow in a beautiful way.
Yeah,
Like, that
yeah.
is the thing that I like about that town. Like, just the absolute lack of tolerance for being a prick.
It's brilliant,
Yeah.
Glasgow.
Yeah.
Fucking
just like
great.
0%. Like, if you are being a slight knob in public, you will get fucking told.
Shut the fuck up, you silly English cunt.
I was
And
wearing
that's it.
My missus bought me a jumper that had like a cartoon of a burning cop car because she had a little cute cartoon pig on it. She thought that was cute, and I was
Yeah.
like, "You do know the context of the rest of it." It's like she gave me that jumper. I wore it once on a day out in Glasgow. I was just wandering around Glasgow, and someone just went, "Fucking hell, man! This guy hates the police." I was like, "Yeah, I do a bit, yeah."
You hate the police, but you'd shit yourself if they shouted at you and arrested you for that.
Yeah, if they arrested me, yeah, I would be upset. Yeah, being
Yeah,
arrested.
but you'd be like, I'm sorry, officer.
Also, you can't get arrested for a jumper.
I'll never wear it again, officer. Please, I'm sorry. I
Also,
apologise.
I'm a 36-year-old, but I wasn't doing anything illegal. It's fine. They're not after me. I was just wearing it because I needed the jumper that day. I found it a bit embarrassing. I wouldn't wear it. Like, it's not the thing I would choose for myself, like a
Do you know
burning
what I
cop car
find-
jumper. But, I
you
get
know what
behind it.
Do you know what I find the most embarrassing thing that people wear, and it's still somehow acceptable? Things with weed leaves on them.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
yes.
It's the most pathetic thing.
Yeah.
Oh, look what I do in the privacy of my own home.
I also just think, like, for like years, like, it's just like, you're just asking to get arrested. Like, I saw someone driving around with a weed leaf air freshener in the car, and it's like, what do you think a cop's going to do when they see that? They're just going to pull you over and swab you for weed,
Yeah.
you knobhead.
Yeah.
Like-
You're not going to go, hey, you're cool, dude.
Just keep it down. Also, it's like, like weed's just a thing in my life that just happens. It's just there.
Yeah.
It's not like, the biggest thing. Like, I find it really embarrassing with like Seth Rogen and stuff. He did a live show recently where he started it by lighting a big bong. It's like, we get it,
my
bro.
Yeah,
God.
We
you
get it.
talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
I know that you're stoned all the time.
Yeah.
But also as well, like, as if anyone wants to be like, Seth Rogen's saying he's stoned on this live. We want proof. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yes, he probably is stoned.
Yeah.
Like, that's
He lives
what
in California.
Yeah. It's legal there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it's literally
doing
now.
a completely legal thing. It's like me starting a live and going, hey, this water.
Yeah.
Oh,
Aspirin.
Oh, hydrated.
Yeah.
Right, crack on.
You might be watching or listening to this going, wouldn't this be better if I could also smell the guys who are doing this? So maybe come see us live.
We are doing the Edinburgh Fringe.
Yes.
Rob, you're doing your own show for the whole month. Where are you going to be at?
I'm going to be at the Caves. It's on Cowgate. It's right in the centre. And I'm at 8:55 p.m. every day, apart from one of them. I think it's like a Monday in the middle, but, don't come to that. It's going to be dead good.
I'm doing the second half. I'm doing from the 13th of August onwards.
Part-timer.
I am doing the cask room at the Mash House, again, right in the centre, right next to the Caves,
Yeah.
actually. And mine's at 5:05.
And we're going to try and do some live podcasts as well, so come check us out. Like, have a look at those in the brochure. We haven't officially confirmed the dates yet.
So if you are a Dead Men Talking fan, please come down. We'd love to see you there. Get pictures, come say hello. Stop
Just
us,
mainly give us money.
harass us, harangue us,
Yeah.
touch us.
Yeah, touch Freddy. Just without saying anything, just walk up and rub his face.
Oh, right. Okay. Here's a rule. Right. Rob said that this is fine. If you see Rob in Edinburgh, take your finger and just try and ram it up his ass. No matter where you are or what
Just-
he's doing.
Freddie doesn't really like greetings, is the thing about him. So what he much prefers, as the flamboyant gay man he is, just tickle his bollocks. Just walk up, tickle his bollocks without saying anything.
Do you know
Just a little
what? If
tickle.
I've been walking around Edinburgh all day,
Yeah.
you fucking touch them at your own risk.
But if you can't be asked going to the Edinburgh Festival, then Freddie's going to be going on tour.
I'm on tour, baby. I am on tour October and November. I'm going to 20 different cities all across the UK and Ireland. There's some places that are dead close to selling out already. I think they'll probably be sold out by the time you're listening to this. And there's other places as well that have literally limited availability. It's
Some of them
selling really well.
aren't selling at all, though, so buy those tickets.
Shout out to Darwin and Cardiff. No, they're actually doing
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
but they're just not as well as everything else. If you want tickets, then head over to freddyquinne.co.uk, Freddy with a Y, QUINNE.co.uk, and get your tickets right now before they sell out.
The Army of the Dead needs you. Join us at patreon.com/deadmentalkpod to get even more from this podcast. If you love it, you can get an extra episode every week. We've got loads of specials on there. There's more stuff going up all the time. And most importantly, you are the reason, you who've signed up to the Army of the Dead, are the reason that we can go so hard. The reason we don't need to give a fuck about upsetting anybody is that we have you behind us. So join us at patreon.com/deadmentalkpod. Get yourself a free trial for a week if you like. It's £3 a month. You get loads of extra stuff. Now, here's a little taster of a recent episode from Patreon for you to enjoy.
I would promote police depending on how many crimes they've solved. So they have...
No, because what you've done there is incentivise people to rig their numbers and also just crack down on bollocks. If it's just about numbers, all you're going to do is find litter in it.
Have you not seen The Wire? That's not what it's all about.
That's literally The Wire. They incentivise them and it doesn't go great.
But hear me out. All right.
No, what it's going to now propose is an area in the city where people can take drugs freely in order to combat the serial killer.
I've got a better idea. Right, so ignore everything that I said about the police.
I already have done. I've already ignored it all.
Ignore it all.
I have done. I was doing actively whilst you were saying it.
I've got a much better idea.
I doubt it.
You can't poo-poo this. It's bulletproof. Right. So you massively cut back on the police. Yeah, we're talking 20% of what we've got at the moment.
Oh, so you're cutting 80%?
Yeah.
You're left with 20?
Yeah.
Right.
But you take that budget
Yeah.
that people have that you
all those
saved,
wages, yeah.
Yeah. All those wages, all the infrastructure, all the everything. And every year that you don't commit a crime as a civilian, you get a bonus.
Oh.
How big's your bonus?
Well, it'd be loads, it'd be thousands, wouldn't it?
No, not really. When you think about how many police officers there are per person, it'd be pennies if you're just using that money.
Right. Google it. How many?
Well, they have a budget of 287 million in a year.
That is nothing for how many people there are in the UK.
Well, there's 60 million people, so they could all have...
There's closer to 80 now, and also
so basically you could have £4 each.
Yeah, but you're looking at about £4 max, and that's if the police don't spend anything on like uniforms and cars and buildings.
But that's if everyone doesn't commit a crime.
And if everyone doesn't commit... Oh, yeah.
You get £4 each.
Yeah.
Well, if half the people do commit crimes, you get £8 each.
There you go.
Yeah, but if you commit a crime that bags you a profit of £5...
I've seen it.
It's now an incentive to do the crime.
I've also seen the problem.
What's the other problem, Freddie?
Imagine first week, you run a red light.
You're like, oh, fuck it then, my £4's gone. I might as well rape someone. I'm not getting me £4 anyway. And also, now, murdering someone costs £4. You'd literally go in the shop and go, that 6-pack of beer costs £6, so I'm saving £2 by nicking it.
Is it same price as a meal deal? So are you saying there's no punishment for other crimes? It's just a reward.
Just an incentive situation.
No, but you just be much more likely to get away with it because the police is now 20% of what it was.
They've also got no money for anything else because they're spending it all on giving £4 to the innocent.
What else have you brought to the
Right,
table?
I've got this is I think this is just a funny video. Funny, don't read the caption out. Just make this full screen, Tom, because you really want to see this one. This is just there's a lot of fun. So it's a little kite festival.
I've seen this.
Kites. Yeah, just have a flying kite. Big orange kite. Here we go. Flappy kite. Here we go. Oh, it's got a kid. It's got a kid.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It's gone so far. It's so far in the air.
It's not. No one's flying it. It's just.
The winds took it.
Oh,
And the kid's dead.
they landed it all right.
No, they trampled it to death.
Oh, did it? They shot it for being shit at kites. It's like a racehorse.
For being shit at kites.
It's like a racehorse.
Why'd you shoot that baby? It was shit at kites.
It was shit at kites. No point in it.
So funny that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, just getting whipped away. 3 years old. How did that happen? How does it happen?
Yeah, don't let a 3-year-old have that big kite.
I don't think it was their kite. I think it was just near the kite.
Were
It
they
got snarled
wrapped up in it?
Yeah, I think they got twisted up in it. Or
Yeah, they
something.
weren't just holding it.
Yeah, yeah. How much upper body strength does this 3-year-old girl have? Just incredibly hench child.
Yeah. It's mad what goes fucking viral these days, though, isn't it? Like, have you seen what's gone viral at the moment? The Hock
Oh,
tour.
I'm so fucking sick of it. Just let's not. It's already over by the time we're recording
Yeah.
now.
But isn't it just mad that, like, she was just enjoying her day?
I like this isn't intended as a slag to you, but it's going to sound like it. I really hate man on the street stuff on the internet.
That's fine. I hate you.
Yeah. Like, yours is very slightly different because most of it is people calling you fat. That's very
Yeah.
slightly different. I don't know. I just hate there's so many of these like accounts online where they just go interview drunk people and ask them like,
I don't like.
do you like being bummed? And then they go, I like being bummed. And they go, oh, this guy likes being bummed.
I don't like.
I hate those
I
cunts.
It's
don't
like
like.
exploitative.
Yeah, and that's coming from a former Jeremy Kyle producer.
Yeah, game knows game.
I think it's a bit icky, and I think those people have like zero talent, and it's just like
Yeah,
nothing.
I don't like the fact that they're doing it to drunk people.
Yeah,
Like,
a bit like
if you're doing it to somebody who's quite clearly pissed,
yeah.
and you're like, hey, what's your body
Although
count?
we look
you know?
right, well, we'll say this: we will happily watch the clips and laugh at them on here. We're not above that. We're not trying to win a morality competition.
Yeah, but us ignoring those clips existing doesn't mean they cease to exist.
Exactly. I would prefer there was none of those clips for us to laugh at, but if they do exist, we might as well have some fun.
Yeah.
That Hock Tui one.
Yeah.
I got.
So you
oh,
just
yeah,
got Hock Tui.
Hock Tui or whatever it is.
It's Hock Tour,
Oh, I'm sorry.
not Hock Tui.
Sorry, like spit on a cock correctly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This man has technique.
Hawk Tui.
Whatever it is, I only watched it once because it's not that good. Like I watched it, and went, all right, and it's not like the best thing I've ever seen. The fact that it's got so big,
No,
I don't understand why.
Well, because like when you first see it, you're like, that's amazing, but then it just becomes a thing where it becomes like there's like Trump T-shirts with Hawk Tour on it, and there's
Also-
like companies start referencing it
Because it's
And it just-
zeitgeisty,
And as soon as you see something like that, like I thought it was really funny at first. I was like, oh, that is funny. She seems like a good laugh. And then but then my second thought is always like, and I'm going to see this for 6 weeks, and it's going to go on
Yeah,
longer. And
and
this one will go
also-
forever because it went so big.
Also, as well, it's like if you're gonna like, I'm not wild about having my dick spat on. Like,
come on, like that.
I'm
bit
not.
was all
I'm not
about, but-
wild about it. What I like is the blowjob.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
I like
that's
the
the main
I
event.
like the intention that they're spitting on its signals though. It's like like let's fucking get prepared here. We're going in.
Yeah.
You know.
Let's get prepared. We're
Yeah,
going
like
in.
my problem with it wasn't the act of spitting on a knob. I think that's a fantastic work from her. She seems like a wonderful woman.
Mm.
But it's just more the cultural fallout from it. And look, the one plus side of this is hopefully it means that there's more birds out there spitting on knobs, and that can only be a good thing.
Did you?
Right? If you're out there and you've not spat on someone's cock, sort your shit out.
Do you know what though? Is if you're the hook to a girl, and that's what you are for the rest of your life
Yeah.
now. Every time that a guy gets a blowy off you, you've got to bring your A game.
Yeah, you got to spit on it.
You've got to. You have to.
Yeah.
Well, she seemed quite keen to. So, that was.
You can't phone in a blowjob for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You've got to fucking be on that shit.
Yeah, well, that's how you should approach every blowjob. I don't think you should be phoning them in. I think you should approach oral with passion. Otherwise, why are you doing it?
Suck every dick like it's your last.
Yeah. Like I eat pussy like a hungry dog given a bowl of bonio.
Did you see that woman getting banged in a jail cell?
Oh yes.
I haven't seen the video. No.
Have you not seen the video?
Nah.
Oh,
Pretty sexy.
It's very long. It was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Enough about his dick. What? It's a woman in a prison cell in England.
Yeah, I heard about it vaguely because it's a prison guard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's being banged by a prisoner whilst another prisoner films it. Yeah, there you go.
But for fucking age, and it's not like she doesn't know what's going on. She knows what's going on.
Make it big. I want to get erect.
Can we not get Freddy erect, please?
It's all right. I had a wank before I came.
Brilliant.
It's alright. It's heterosexuals having sex.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Why would, as a prison officer, you let them film it?
That's the
mad
most
thing.
mental thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's them having sex. Yeah.
I mean, it is wild, isn't it?
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah. Like, what a good day in prison. Normally you just got to do press up for 3 hours, then you just like play chess for a bit, eat a horrible meal.
Yeah.
You get a bit of prison officer pussy, lovely. But I think it's a good arrangement for everyone because clearly, look, that guy, he's not had any sex for ages, so he'll be
Yeah.
absolutely delighted. She is probably shagging a fitter guy than she could on the outside. You know, she
Yeah.
gets to move up a bit because, you know, she's the only available.
Social climber.
Exactly. So, you know, I think it's a good deal for everyone.
Yeah.
She's
It should
a-
be encouraged, if anything.
She's a 6 who gets the fucking 8.
Yeah.
He gets his balls empty. He'll be more chilled, less likely to riot.
It depends what he's in for, really, doesn't it?
It does. If he's a rapist, it's not great. If this is the non-swing,
Actually,
I've got
no,
questions.
No. If it's a rapist, it's excellent. It's progress.
Yeah?
Yeah, because
He's now having consensual sex.
Yeah, he's not
All right,
raping her.
well done.
You're cured. Off you go.
You're cured.
You think that's how it works? If a rapist has consensual sex once, they're like, this is way better than raping.
I sentenced you to 1 consensual sex.
And you stay
No!
there. Stay there till you've done it.
Like, I find it so mad that in like some American prisons they have like conjugal visits, so you can just go like fuck your husband if he's in jail. Like that's so crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's for like really, it's for like lifers or really long term.
Yeah, I think it is, and I think it's also for like relatively low security ones.
But it's a
Yeah.
good
But
idea.
it's still mad that it exists.
It's a good idea.
But, oh yeah, totally. Like you know, chills, take the temperature
Well,
down.
this is it. Like, because with some people, like I learned this when I was teaching. There's some kids.
You got to fuck a few of them to get them in line.
You've got to.
If you want them to behave,
If you want that homework done, empty the balls.
yeah, don't bother banging a ruler on the table. That's what I'll say.
There's some kids and adults as well, but there's some kids who've had a really dreadful life, and so you being like, "Hey, you've got to stay behind for an hour after school," they're like, "Well, great,
Brilliant,
'cause
I don't have to go home,
Home's
yeah.
awful."
Yeah.
You're like, "Hey, I'll ring your mum." It's like, no one cares.
Yeah, she won't answer.
Yeah. I literally don't care. There was one thing once. There was a family at one of the schools that I worked at, and they were like notorious for being bad. And one day, this new teacher came in. She didn't know, and she took this girl outside who was part of the family, and she was like, "You're really disrupting the lesson." And the kid was like, "So?" And she was like, "Well, how do you think Mum would feel? How do you think Dad would feel?" And she went, "My dad's in prison, and my mum's a heroin addict and a prostitute. I don't think they'll give a shit." And it was like, yeah, you are right there.
Yeah, it's like when your dog gets a bit of food out of a hedge because you can't barter with it. Because normally, to get him to drop something, I'll give him food, but he's got better food, so I'm powerless.
Yeah,
the whole system of dog training falls apart. It's the same thing.
My dog once on a walk found a dead pheasant.
Yeah.
And it
You
was
can't beat
like
that.
It was like, cool, well I guess you have that now.
Yeah.
I can't
There's
get
literally
that.
nothing I can
Hey,
do that's better than that.
would you like
I've got a little biscuit.
Would you like some dried kibble that you have every day?
Yeah,
What do
yeah.
you mean no?
Yeah.
So here's the thing: is if you got prisoners,
Yeah.
and you go, look, right, your wife's coming in like 6 weeks, and you get to fucking smash her back doors in, but you got to be good.
Yeah.
Of course they're going to be good.
Yeah.
Because you've got something then to take away. Because otherwise, if it's just like, I'm in prison for life, what the fuck does it matter what I do?
Yeah.
Are you going to make my life long? You're going to make things shitter?
Well,
How?
they do. They like take the telly away. And
Yeah,
stuff
but it's
that,
like, there'll be some prisoners who are like, I don't like telly. Like, I'm here, I'm fucked.
So like so you're suggesting it only for the most violent, disturbed prisoners who can't be controlled in any other way. We're just going to throw random women in there and good luck.
I mean, I don't see why that's a problem for me. For them, it might be an issue.
No, for you it'd be nice. You get a visit once a month.
No, but I'm saying.
I can see some flaws with what you're suggesting. Is I think that we might need to slightly modify the scheme.
No, I think you get the most violent prisoners
Uh-huh.
and then get the most unsuccessful OnlyFans girls.
Right, or you get the most violent male prisoners and you get the worst female offenders, and you go, look, right, we're going to reduce your sentence in half, but you're about to have a really bad afternoon. Off you go. Well, to be fair, there's a lot of very damaged women. They might have a great afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if they ever have a kid,
Yeah.
kill it instantly.
Right, drown it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if you have a man criminal and
Yeah.
a woman criminal having a child,
Yeah.
that creates a super criminal.
Slightly.
That's how,
Super
Like Lex
criminal.
Luthor.
that's how super villains are made.
Yeah, that's how the Green Goblin was born. Like, I am on that. I read a slightly worrying thing about this, like basketball player who's like 7'9"
Oh, that
or some
Chinese
shit.
woman.
Oh, yeah,
Like, it's like
sorry,
7'9". His parents,
No, it's a woman in it.
or whatever it is, like this giant. Anyway, this fucking. I was reading about it. I was like, I vaguely skimmed read it because I was horrified halfway through it. Their parents are 6'8" and 6'1". My missus is 6'2"
How
and
tall are
I'm
they?
6'7".
That was the names. 'Cause it sounded a bit Chinese.
Do they?
Yeah.
Do they?
6'1".
Do they?
6'8".
Do-
Yeah.
Does that sound like Chinese?
It does.
Does it?
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
Does it?
Does.
What I'm saying is,
Does if you do the eyes.
the combined height of their parents is the same as me and my missus. So this might be what I create when I have a
Really?
kid. Yeah.
Yeah, your kid's going to be fucked.
Yeah,
Your
your kid's gonna be too tall.
You can only hope that your kid's a boy.
Yeah,
If
because
it's
for a girl, it's
it's
going to be hard.
It's going to be an unfuckable mess. Not even the prisoners will want it. No, do you know what? I'll take it back, lads. I'll be good.
They
I'll be
use it-
good.
I'll say it.
Keep the TV.
They'll use it to scale the wall.
You put this ladder in a dress.
But yeah, it is a genuine concern that we'll just have an enormous freak. There's one more thing I've said. All right,
I think I brought this as well. This
All
is a
right.
good
I can't
story.
even remember what this is.
It's yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah. This is fucking brilliant.
My co-worker gave her twins matching names. I laughed so hard I was sent to HR.
Wait a minute. As in the same name.
Read on.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
When it comes to naming twins, parents either make sure their names are different to avoid confusion or play into it and give them matching monikers. One mum-to-be decided to do the latter, but started to regret it after a co-worker laughed so hard at her children's names that human resources got involved.
Well, like Bill and Ben and shit like that.
Taking to Reddit, the co-worker explained how a woman at work welcomed twin boys into the world after struggle with infertility. While delighted on her behalf, the employee couldn't help but question the name she gave her twins. They said, she has made her first appearance in the office with her new babies to introduce them to our team. When asked what she had named the boys, as up until this point it was undecided, she told me she was naming them Sean. When I asked about the other baby, she said, no, they're both Sean. One with an A and one with an E. So Sean and Sean.
But Sean spelt scene.
Yeah.
So it's Sean.
I think it's like an Irish way of spelling it, isn't it? Like,
not really. Like I still don't think it's spelled SEEN. Like there are like Irish ways, like Celtic ways of spelling it. I don't think that's it.
yeah.
This is honestly like a Irishman is so stupid joke, isn't it?
Like they call their kid the same name.
It gets so much worse. This co-worker's last name is also Sean. When I put this, I said yes, like Tom Tom or JJ.
Yeah,
She's
like
got
Tom
two
Tom.
kids called Sean and Sean.
Yeah, but one of them's Sean with an A and one's Sean with an E. It's so wild, isn't it? It's like it's fucking up a name the hardest way possible. You made your whole life difficult.
So if you had to call them both at the same time, you'd say Sean.
Sean and Sean. Because if you just shout Sean, it could be literally any member of the family. It could be literally. Can you imagine at Christmas? Like every single person is called Sean, but some of them are called Sean. No, sorry, I meant Sean with an E.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Sean with an E, Sean with an A.
It's so wild. Just like you've ruined your life. You've made every day of your life more difficult.
Can't have your initials embossed into pajamas or clothing.
That's the real tragedy.
I just
Not
really-
having your initials embossed.
I just really like this lightning bolt font.
You have one with two racist Nazi babies with the same name, dressed in little SS uniforms. Oh, Sean. No, Sean Sean.
No, it's like Tom or JJ.
Oh, that's fine then. There's all those people called Tom.
Yeah, my name's Sean Okocha. It's so fucking stupid. Isn't
Also, nobody's called Tom. That's a sat nav.
I know exactly. That's not a real thing.
Oh, you meant my mate? What's your name? Tom.
Isn't that a type of drum?
Where'd you find him?
Tell you what, no, it's amazing. Give him a postcode, he'll get you there. I promise you. It's like a fucking homing pigeon, this lad. You'd have to do the knowledge, wouldn't you? If your name was Tom, you'd have to move to London and do the knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Tom.
Yeah, this is my pal Garmin. I really hope this woman who laughed at the kids didn't get in trouble because, like, they're right. They're right
Yeah,
to
you
laugh
shouldn't
at
be
this.
in trouble for this.
It's like your defence should be she named both kids Sean.
Yeah. Sorry, I think that's stupid.
Like, how can I not?
I think you should sack the people who didn't laugh.
Yeah.
Because no one wants to work with those kind of people.
I think sack the woman who calls her kid Sean as well. That's not someone you need around the office.
Yeah, she's not making good decisions.
No, that's not someone you trust with a budget, is it?
Imagine that house.
All of her spreadsheets are just named the same, spreadsheet 1.
It's fucking nuts.
The co-worker explained how, without thinking, they told the woman, "That is the most idiotic thing I've heard, and it's going to be so confusing." After the situation, they started receiving messages from others saying it wasn't their place to make that comment. In an update,
It needs to be someone's place, though, because
Yeah.
everyone thinks that, and everyone goes, "Oh, I won't." And then you got two kids who've got retarded names.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's not the
Sean,
kids' fault.
Sean.
That is a form of child abuse. Can you
Yeah,
imagine
yeah.
when they get to school and they're twins called Sean and Sean?
Yeah.
Like, what? You'd call them Sean, wouldn't you? Hey, up at Sean.
I hope the middle name's Sean as well.
No, I hope one of their middle names is Sean and the other one's like Barry. It's Sean and Sean Barry Sean.
In an update, they shared how the husband came across their Reddit post and admitted it prompted them to change the names, especially after reading the comments. The person added they had a good chuckle and ended up agreeing with the replies. The naming process wasn't ideal, and maybe the overwhelming process of having two newborns left them too tired to think straight.
Thank fuck. It's a happy ending.
Yeah.
We've got no Sean's. Yeah.
No Sean. I'm kind of sad that there's no Sean's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a world
No,
now.
they actually they've renamed one of them Shane. We've sorted it. It's Sean and Shane.
One of them's trans, so we call the Shan. So they
There
just
you
changed
go.
it. Right.
But yeah, that's very funny. I don't think you should get in trouble at work if someone's a retard.
No, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
No, you should be allowed to say to people, "That's stupid.
You are stupid, yeah.
You're a stupid
You've done a
person.
stupid thing.
You're a stupid person." And speaking of stupid people, have we got any advice or questions?
Yeah, we could do some advice.
What have you got for us, Tom?
Let's go for some advice. Advice from a cunt.
I actually don't care if any of you live or die.
Hello, cunts. Hello. I'm looking for some advice. About 6 months ago, I travelled to Wales with my best mate / landlady to go and visit her sister.
What a complicated relationship. Best friend / landlady. I assume landlord, because landlady suggests they run a pub. Maybe they run a pub together. Because landlady isn't like a female landlord.
No,
You're still
I know,
a
but
landlord.
I
assume they mean
I
a
think
landlord.
I think they mean a
They
landlord.
mean a landlord.
Because you
don't
wouldn't say my landlady. If
No,
it
I would
was
say
about a
landlord.
pub. If it was
I'd
about
say
a pub.
if you ran a pub.
No, wait a minute. At what point would you ever say to someone, "This is my best mate / landlady"? If you were talking about a pub, like, at what point would you ever need to be like, "This is my best mate," but also she runs the pub where I like?
And you wouldn't say that she's
No,
my
if you like,
landlady.
if you to the situation where it would be grammatically correct is if you owned a pub and they ran it for you, they would be your landlady.
And
Yeah,
you would
yeah,
be
yeah.
their landlord.
Yeah, that's the only way in which this would be grammatically correct.
There's no way that he runs. a
No.
pub.
But like that's what I'm saying. So it must be a landlord.
What do you reckon came first? Because I think it's much sadder.
If you become best mates with your landlord, that's so much worse than if one of your mates goes, "Oh, I've got a flat, you can have it at mates
Yeah,
rates."
yeah.
If it's like a mates rates deal where that sort of thing, and it's helping a mate out,
Yeah.
that's fine. But if it's just like my only friend is my landlord,
Yeah, just wiring him $1,000 a month and being like, "I feel a connection here."
I'll put my rent up. Do you want to get dinner on Tuesday?
Yeah.
I
Don't you
assume.
come round to mine and watch Spider-Man.
I assume he lives with this woman.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah,
Like you're not going to
maybe,
be friends
yeah.
with your landlady if they live in a separate town.
Yeah.
assume.
Right. Let's carry on.
After a heavy night of drinking in a Welsh gay bar watching a drag show, me and her sister ended up shagging. This lasted all of 3 minutes before being interrupted by my landlady, who was less than happy that I was balls deep in her sister. When this happened, my dick proceeded to drop quicker than the Twin Towers. Apart from that,
That
though,
took hours.
It took ages.
It famously went in stages.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like 45 minutes.
Did
between
a second landlady walk in after about an hour? Was there a separate dick that fell down all on its own?
the jizz was jumping out itself. It's like
Sorry, did George Bush give you erectile dysfunction?
apart from that, though, it was a fairly decent shag, even though she has a build comparable to Freddy's. Honestly, it's not something I'd usually go for, but I'm one of your fans, so sex isn't something I get a lot.
Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
The problem now is that her sister wants to finish what we started. I'm not so keen, though. What's the best way to let her down, or should I just betray my mate again and do some chubby chasing? Fuck off from Nathan. Weird ending.
Yeah.
So just to be clear,
Yeah.
the moral dilemma
Yeah.
is, should I not have sex with the woman that I don't want to have sex with?
Yeah.
Or should I have sex with her?
Yeah. 'Cause
Also, it's someone that your friend also doesn't want to have
Yeah.
sex with.
So nobody wants me to have sex with this gross fat woman.
Apart from the gross fat woman.
but it is pussy.
But it's pussy, that's what you're
See,
saying.
this is a problem only men... Women would look at this and it would scramble their brain. They would not understand what the fuck is going on here. But all of us instinctively go, I kind of get it.
Yeah.
You know, it might not be your ideal, but sometimes you have to settle. You know,
What
like
this-
not everyone is getting their ideal woman.
What this-
Like not everyone can fucking shag like a supermodel. Like sometimes, if
Yeah.
you've got like you know, if you've met someone who's a little chunky, say, but they're a bit of a goer, and you have a good time, fucking fill your boots, fill their pussy
Let
up.
me try and explain it to...
Some fat birds have a tight snatch, and that's a lovely thing.
Let me try and explain it to... if there's any women who are listening.
I don't know if they are anymore after what I've just said. I think that sentence might be the one that finished them off.
Yeah, 'cause all the fat pushes it in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, condenses it. Yeah.
Right, okay.
You got a crowbar those clam lips
Let
open.
me...
What I do is I just wave a donut near it and it opens by itself.
Like a Venus flytrap.
Ladies,
Got to tickle the whiskers.
you know every once in a while you have some food in the fridge that needs eating. And it's not what you actually want.
But it's going off.
But yeah, it's going off and you think, if I don't have that now,
Yeah.
then I'll just throw it away. But
Yeah, you don't want to be wasteful.
Yeah, you don't really want it, but it is there.
Yeah, there's children starving in Africa.
That's what this woman is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
She is the tin of garbanzo beans at the back of your cupboard that moves house with you. Is what she is. She's like, you know what? I don't want to eat lentils, but you know, there's not much in.
Yeah.
I can't be asked going in the shop.
I can probably make this into a serviceable curry.
Yeah, that mouldy little bit of feta cheese. Right at the back. It's been
Bit
there for
dry
ages.
chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But men who get no pussy at all go wrong in the head. It like men who get zero pussy is really bad for them. Like, you know, like they're
Yeah.
really weird. It goes in different ways. Like some of them become violent, some of them become odd in other ways. So you know, you do need to keep your eye in. And if you're not getting any at all. But, you know, shitting where you eat is a problem if it is your best mate and landlady. You know, there may be an issue there.
Yeah, but it's
But
only a
also-
sister.
Also, you're just shagging a sister. You're not doing anything wrong.
And they
You
live
know?
yeah.
If you're having a lovely consensual time together, she needs to get over it. Stop being
Plus,
a
they
prude.
travel to a different. She lives in a different country.
Yeah, what happens in Wales stays in Wales. Or like put his dick in Wales.
It's I don't understand why
He got
she's-
some Welsh rare tit because he doesn't get it often.
I think have sex with her and just don't tell your landlady. 'cause
Especially if you
gives a
didn't
shit.
finish. Like, surely you like. So it sounds like you didn't even come. Like
Yeah.
you know, you're owed one.
Yeah, but the thing is, what I would say is let this woman know that this is a one-time thing. Because it sounds like this woman doesn't have an awful lot going on either.
Yeah.
And
This is how you end up married to someone you don't like.
yeah,
You know, you're just like,
it's going to be
you
clean.
just go, oh, this will do.
Is
But
it
maybe
you
she's
should have sex
nice.
with her, but don't go all the way to Wales.
No.
Let her come to you because you've already
Yeah,
been to
Yeah,
Wales.
yeah, and if she's having trouble walking, I know a mobility scooter company that give free fans.
Yeah. Also, like Wales isn't that far.
Well, it depends where he lives.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you know, but like from anywhere in Britain, it's not that far.
What if you lived in Ben Nevis in Scotland?
Yeah. Well, it's flat now. It's fine.
Top of Ben Nevis.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go down to Wales for a wee shag. I think, yeah, like, look, the thing is, this might actually end up being a positive thing for you because it sounds like you're no catch. You're a fan of this podcast, so I've got to assume you're minging and you smell and
Yeah.
probably quite thick.
Yeah.
So you know, like, you might have to like make do with what you can. And look, the way to make your best mate / landlady not angry at you is to develop this into a beautiful relationship and marry her. She can't be angry at you if you marry her. That's a beautiful, wonderful thing. And then your best mate's with her sister, so you probably get on with her loads. If she's a
Yeah.
similar person, you get on. You'll have a lovely time together. She might not be the fittest person in the world, but you can't marry someone based on that, really, because that's going to go. You need to find the connection in it. Maybe this is the one.
She might keep your rent cheap as well.
Might keep your rent down. You know, if you're banging one of them.
Yeah,
that might
we
get
are
you
in a
free
cost
rent.
of living crisis, aren't
Cost
we?
of living
Do what you
crisis.
got to do, big man.
Also, you
Do
don't-
what you
So
gotta
we're
do.
advising he becomes a prostitute, basically.
Essentially, yeah. A
Yeah.
gold digger more than anything.
Yeah.
Also, cost of living, right? She sounds like she's probably quite warm to hug in winter. So, you know, you won't have to put the heating on.
Yeah.
Just let her lie on top of her.
Well done for fucking a draft excluder.
I think that the best mate's house landlady may be jealous,
Ask her for a threesome with the sister?
or just
Incest threesome?
shag your landlady.
Yeah, maybe.
Then you don't have to go to Wales.
Yeah, maybe his landlady's even more minging.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a fit landlady.
Yeah.
Well, there's not, is there?
I don't know.
Google female landlords. I bet the first 5 of them are fucking gross.
All right.
I bet you any money.
I don't know. The first ones that come up on Google will probably be the fit ones. There we go. Like images.
All fit.
Oh
All
no,
fit.
they're
She's
not.
fit.
They're not people though.
What do you mean
She's
they're not
fit.
people?
Yeah,
Like no, click on that one. Down. That one there with of the independent landlord, one in the middle.
That one?
Yeah.
That one. Look, see, that's actual people who are
Yeah.
landlords.
Well, there you go. Let's celebrate women who are excellent landlords. You just scroll past the picture of all the women.
Did I?
Why are you scrolling past all the pictures? There you go. There's some
Yeah.
women.
See. Look at that. See.
I'd check the one in the middle.
Yeah, I would, yeah.
Nah, you just saying.
And
that.
also, I'd check the one on the left for a story. I've never shagged a Downs Asian before. Something to tell the boys, isn't it?
It's called Mong Mong.
This is my brother Sean John.
Shut the bong bong.
Oh, I feel like that's going to come back to bite me. I might get in trouble for that one.
What mong mong?
Yeah.
It's going to come back to dribble on you.
So our advice is have sex with everyone, Nathan. Everyone you can. Take your
Yeah.
chances.
Fuck it, roll the dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, deal with it later. You can get another landlady.
Yeah.
You can't get pussy.
You'll never get another
Never
shag.
get pussy, so fuck it.
Landlady's a tenner penny.
Exactly, yeah, you just have to pay them money. Although you could also use that method for pussy. You know, that is always an
Yeah, that's
option.
true, yeah.
I would like to implore our fans, like, sex workers are for you. That's who they exist for. It's for people like you.
Why do you think we
Save
keep-
up?
Why do you think we keep getting them on the pod?
Yeah, exactly. Because you'd be like, look, right, one of these will have sex with you if you pay, so save up.
We should get a prostitute to sponsor this podcast.
Yeah,
Like
that'd be
one
good.
Prostitute.
Yeah.
And see how much money she makes from our fans. If you have a discount code.
I think it would be a really nice thing to hire a sex worker as a prize for someone at Dead Meat. Like, we can't do it this year, we've blown the budget.
Yeah.
But I think in future, I think it'd be really funny to pay someone and be like, look, do you mind being given away as a prize to one of our incels? Just
in a tombola.
so we do like a raffle or something, whoever wins gets sucked off. Or we do it. Here's
Like
the
an Asian arranged marriage.
Here's the pitch. Here's the pitch. I thought of this a while ago. Actually, I forgot about this. Here's the pitch for this, right? So we hire a sex worker, and we the competition is most unfuckable person. So whoever is the least fuckable person, we get them sucked off.
That's nice.
That's nice, isn't it?
I think that's a great
Because they
competition.
retain their
It's a great
unfuckableness
competition.
because they've not
Yeah,
been
yeah.
fucked.
Like we could get like a cheap sex worker probably for Dead Meat. We could inquire.
Yeah.
We can inquire for just for a blowy. How much that would be? 100 quid?
That'd be
Like
less.
30?
Yeah. For a real
30?
skank.
Yeah.
Oh, there's definitely places in Manchester you can get one for 30 quid. But I mean, one who's going to come down to the festival isn't going to weird us out with vibes. Like, you know, like probably going to pay 100 quid for a blowy. And I think we've got to give them a premium because we are saying, will you suck off the worst person in this field?
That might.
Like, it's not a great pitch for a day of work, is it?
Hiya, it's a sex worker here. Who am I fucking? Whoever we decide is the worst person
Yeah.
in
Hang
this
on, I'm not
field.
into this. That means that me and Rob are basically paying for Freddie to get uploaded.
All right, we can't be in it. We'll have to
Yeah.
like, but like we're like basically the pitch is we have got 500 of the least fuckable people on earth. We're going to choose the least fuckable of those unfuckable people, and you're going to be the person who gets to suck them off.
My one concern is that as the council got involved and said that we couldn't have
Sex work's real work.
Yeah. But if the police come, which they very may well do,
Well,
to
they-
come and see what
They
it's
might,
like.
they might do if they're unfuckable.
And then they see that we're auctioning off a woman.
Right, we're not auctioning off a woman.
Or
We're-
giving away as a human as a
Tom,
prize.
we're not auctioning off a woman. We're raffling off a woman. It's very different.
Yeah, an auction implies bidding.
Yeah.
A raffle, everyone's got
Got
an
an
even
chance.
chance.
It's an even playing field. It's a game of chance.
A raffle
and the
is a-
prize is a woman.
A raffle is a communist auction. That's
Hang on, it's not going to be a
very
raffle, is it?
much-
It's going to be a
very
competition.
much what it is.
Yeah.
It's going to be a
Yeah,
competition.
it's not even a raffle. It's yeah.
Can we make it a raffle?
I think
I think a
raffle's very
raffle's
funny.
funny,
Yeah. Second prize is a hand job. Third prize you win a bottle of shampoo or something.
A bottle of shampoo.
you know, like a
Ted
random raffle
Baker
prize.
set.
A tray of meat.
A half empty bottle of shampoo.
How good would you be if you were the guy that was like, I'd rather have the shampoo?
Yeah.
Tell you what, the worst thing
Bald.
is to be the second least fuckable person at that festival. So you get dragged up on stage, told you're unfuckable, then you don't if you get sucked up.
Right. Anything else?
Yeah, should we do the other advices for Patreon?
All right.
Let's do a lovely question.
Is that because the other advice is amazing and very funny? Because you should sign up to our Patreon. It's £3 a month.
Well, you will have already heard it because we're about to record that one.
Yeah, I know, but if they haven't.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be amazing. Yeah, it's going to be
amazing.
Patreon.com/Deadmen Talk, £3 a month. Get on it.
And we're going to spend all your money on slag sucking off fat people.
But it could be you.
Could be you. Could be you.
Like the National Lottery.
Yeah.
It could be
you.
Right, go on.
Tom's lovely question. Oh, isn't that lovely?
Who would you like to see in a celebrity death match and with what weapons?
Chris Martin with Uzis. just make sure he's dead.
I would like to see Frankie Boyle
Yeah.
versus Katie Price,
Yeah.
and her weapon is Harvey.
Just on a lead. Or like a chain chomp in Mario. Yeah.
Yeah, because of all the jokes that he made.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Harvey just gets to fuck him up.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. You can have Rebecca Adlington on another lead.
Are you having a go at Frankie Boyle for making jokes about Harvey Price?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like we may
They
all be
were
on
very unfair.
very thin ice, which is the last thing we want when it's you and Harvey Price stood anywhere.
He's gone back now, hasn't he?
Harvey Price?
No, he's not gone back. They won't have him back.
Right. You can't return that. I'm afraid this is soiled. Dwight York tried. He took him back to the hospital.
I quite like Dwight York's approach to parents and of just la 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 la.
Yeah, just, no.
Nah, I'm all right.
No, thank you.
Somebody on Twitter called your dad Dwight Yorkshire.
That's funny. That's funny.
Very funny. Shout out Jeremy Hutchinson.
That was very good.
Yeah.
So who we go with?
I don't know.
Um,
Someone I don't like with a weapon that'd kill him.
what about like what I'd like as a celebrity deathmatch is Piers Morgan
Yeah,
versus the hardest person that I can think of, like Francis Ngannou,
yeah,
and give Piers Morgan like a water pistol
yeah,
and give Francis Ngannou an axe.
yeah.
The axe. That
I don't think give him an axe. That'll get it over quickly. Just let him piece him apart. I also think it'd be funnier just get like an incredibly highly trained but tiny, like get Demetrius Johnson, get Mighty Mouse, right? Someone who's tiny but will kick fuck out of him. Because like if you're getting beat up by Francis Ngannou, you're getting punched once. That is over. Ngannou will just switch his lights off in one punch. Done.
Yeah.
Like, Mighty Mouse is going to take a while. He's going to break him down. He's going to put him in holes. He's going to choke him. He's going to embarrass him. He's also going to get beaten up by a guy who's like 5'2". It's really embarrassing, but he will kill him.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Like
Like a highly trained UFC fighter, no matter how tiny they are, will kill anyone, no matter how big they are if they've got no training.
Especially Piers Morgan.
Yeah.
Like,
Fat, flabby old cunt. Like,
yeah.
What about? I'm trying to think of like who's got the biggest celebrity. What about Colleen Rooney and Rebecca Vardy?
Yeah.
Just fucking going at each other. Winner gets all the money.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
No, because women fight like feral bitches.
Yeah, these would as well. But I don't
Especially
think
Colleen.
It's not
Colleen
entertaining,
Rooney
though,
from
innit? They just grab
fucking
each other hair.
Tocky.
No, they've got weapons though. You can have weapons.
Right.
A mace.
A mace. A flail.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of them's got a pike in case there's cavalry.
No.
What kind of medieval weaponry we're talking?
Well, you
one of them's-
always have medieval weaponry, don't you? When
All
you're
right,
doing these
I'll have
kind
Colleen
of things?
Notland with a fucking halberd.
What's a
what?
halberd?
Halberd. It's half spear, half axe. A halberd.
You're such a nerd.
Yeah.
You're such a fucking Warhammer
Don't come to
nerd.
me with fucking medieval weaponry.
Such a Warhammer nerd, isn't he?
Yeah, I was a teenager. Yeah.
I think you're still secretly into Warhammer.
I reckon I still would love it, but I just don't allow myself.
My orc has a halberd, minus 10 points.
You wouldn't have an orc with a halberd, you idiot. Made himself look a dick. Orc with a halberd.
Fucking nerd.
What codex are you using?
Here's another question we got asked.
And you had a go at me as well for being a nerd on
You weren't being a fucking
I
nerd.
wasn't being a nerd. I just like correct.
Yeah, he got angry because someone put a factually incorrect meme about chess.
I did see it.
And I'm not autistic.
But he's not autistic.
I'm
He's
not
definitely
autistic.
not autistic.
Maybe that one's for Patreon. Would you rather know how or when you're going to die?
So you can choose how or when.
Yeah.
Freddie already knows how. So,
And when.
Yeah, a car backfiring and soon. Honestly, any sudden noise, that's what's going to finish you off.
Yeah. If I'm alive in 10 years.
What was the murder weapon? An air horn. You honestly could get Maud Flanders with a T-shirt cannon.
Would you rather know how?
I think I'd rather know neither.
Oh, no,
if
no, no.
possible.
I'd know how, and then I'd just
no.
avoid that thing.
No,
Yeah, but you can't, 'cause you know
just
that
a
is
sec.
how you will die.
He's saying, would you rather know when or how?
Yeah.
Not would you rather know when and how?
Yeah.
It says- as I
That's
said,
literally
or.
what we're both
The
discussing.
question.
Okay.
We both understand. We're not retards like you.
No, because he read it out wrong, didn't he? He said,
No,
No, I
you
didn't.
didn't. I understood fully exactly what he
So,
said. It's how or when, and that's what I'm
Um,
saying. I wouldn't want to know either because I think there's problems with both. So if you know when, you're going to be dreading it forever,
And it
like-
could be like next week.
And it sets a weird deadline on your life as well. If you know it's 40 years, I might not do anything for the next 30 years. I've got ADHD. I need deadlines to keep me going.
Yeah, but maybe it'd encourage you to do more in that time.
Nah, I think just mortality
Oh, yes.
encourages you.
Yes, the way that we set deadlines with Rob, and it really encouraged him into action, didn't it?
Yeah, because I don't fucking need deadlines off you two mongs. There's a deadline when the festival is. I don't need you two setting me
There
shit.
really
Yeah, but
is
you
not.
miss a lot of deadlines.
No, I don't. I don't miss deadlines because they don't exist. You don't get to set me deadlines, Tom.
Why did
I
you
don't know
fail?
why you think.
Why did you fail uni?
Because I didn't go.
Yeah, 'cause you missed all your deadlines.
No, I just didn't go to uni. And I didn't fail. I dropped out. It's different.
Ah, right,
I didn't have
okay.
a chance to go.
It's not really that different.
And also,
It's
a
not
university
really.
is very different. There was a very different relationship I had with the university than you. Like, you don't get to set me shit. So, like, you saying a deadline is you just announcing a day that I'm going to ignore.
Just everybody listening to this, imagine working with somebody with
Yeah.
that attitude and making a festival.
Yeah.
You don't get to do shit to
No,
me.
you don't.
I'll do what I want when I want.
Yes. And what I
Go
will do.
team!
Yeah, it's almost like we separated jobs off to each other and I'm doing mine fine. Leave me alone. I don't need external shit. It makes it worse for me.
Right.
That's the thing.
Okay.
External shit
You
like
are-
that does not make me better. It makes me
You're
worse.
the most unemployable person.
Yeah, that's why that's why I do a fucking podcast. Why are you surprised? I'm a stand-up comedian and podcaster. I have the most low-stake job on earth because I can't do proper jobs. Why are you surprised? What are you expecting from me? Ruthless efficiency of the podcaster.
So just to go through all the things that you're dreadful at.
Yeah.
You cannot stick to any deadlines.
Yeah.
You can't arrive anywhere on time.
Yeah.
And even the smallest amount of pressure causes you to explode.
Yeah. So, but if you leave me alone, I do great shit. Like, everything I do is really good. Isn't it? Everything I do for this podcast is fucking class. I do it all really well when you leave me alone. So all you two do is stress each other out and me, and it helps nothing. Chill the fuck out. We run a podcast. We're not trying to fucking land shit on the moon. We're not controlling the war front in Ukraine. We run a fucking rape joke podcast, and we're having a little party. Can we take the stress down? It doesn't matter. If everything goes wrong, all that will happen is we've got a field full of sad incels who aren't getting sucked off. It doesn't matter.
Well, one of them is.
Just nothing matters.
Well, I hope everyone's excited for Dead Meat next week.
We're trying really hard. We put loads of effort in it. We just don't also need to put the stress in it. It's a nice party. We're going to have a lovely day.
I'd rather know how I'm going to die.
Heart failure.
Because if you know that you're going to die on, let's just say, the 25th of November, 2076,
Yeah.
all you will think about is that day.
Yeah.
Whereas if I say to you, road traffic accident,
Yeah.
well, you're fine. You're happy now, aren't you?
Well, not really. I'll probably stop driving.
Yeah, road traffic accident would be quite a scary one.
That'd probably be the worst one.
Yeah.
That'd impact my life massively. Because I'd have to avoid
Oh, it's
roads
not the
all
worst
the time.
one. That's not the worst one. What if you're like, if you found out you were going to be gang raped to death in an Albanian prison? You're like, how the fuck has that happened? I'd be worried about doing anything. Because if I
you know
know that
what?
that's my definite fate, I'm like, I'm not even going to go to Albania, but I know that's going to happen.
No, but the thing is road traffic accident, it can happen at any time.
Yeah.
Whereas gang rape to death in an Albanian prison, you just avoid Albania forever. And then you'd be on a flight one day and they go, folks, we are going to need to make an unscheduled stop in Albania. Albania.
You're like, no!
And you would know I'm going to get gang raped and killed.
I wouldn't be able to go on any form of transport in case it got diverted. I'd be so paranoid about that because it's so random that it would freak me out more.
You'd never go abroad again. But if it's a road traffic
I'd never go anywhere because, like, I'd be like, right, well, I'm not going to go abroad, but then I'd be like, but it's still going to happen.
Oh,
But
yeah.
At some point, I'm going to get kidnapped and taken to Albania and bombed to death. I'd be paranoid all the time.
But if it's road traffic accident, you'd be paranoid of going on a road.
Yeah,
So it'd be
but I
well
would be,
scary going on a road.
I'd be paranoid of it if I thought that road might end up with me being bummed in an Albanian prison.
But if someone said, die in your sleep, every time you go to bed, you'll be panicking.
Oh, no, but that, you wouldn't at all because you'd be like, at some point, I'm just going to peacefully not be here. That's great. That's a great death. If it's just one you're not even aware of that just happens, you're just not there anymore, you don't have to deal with it. You don't have to confront death.
I'd rather know when.
Yeah.
And then I'd just go, right, I've got all my shit to do and I've got to do it by then, and then that's me done.
I think I'd like to know when if it was like next week, but if it's going to be years in the future, it's going to be a burden. I think I'm going to have to
I
go.
think that'd be way better.
Nah.
I don't want to know that I'm going to die next week.
Actually, do you know what? Come to think about it, knowing when would mean you can get more out of it than knowing how.
Yeah.
What would you do differently if you knew you were about to die in like 3 weeks?
Kill myself.
Yeah.
Rape spree.
Rape spree. Right.
Yeah.
Imagine you're not going to have the cardio though.
I'm not going to need the cardio.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Do you think you were going to save some cardio for 3 weeks' time?
No.
The fuck are you on about?
One of them gets away. Who's asked?
Yeah. On to the next.
Yeah, that's what.
You've only got 3 weeks. You don't have that many times. You've
That's
only
what-
got a couple of chases in you.
Also, you can still go to prison.
Yeah.
So you can still get caught.
That's what spree is.
Right. Why not just like take out a loan and just buy loads of sex workers and then never pay the loan back?
That's a great shout.
Yeah, that's better than a rape spree. Yeah.
But
Immediately just goes rapes. I would do rapes
but you don't get the satisfaction
of raping.
Yeah, you don't get the cardio. I'm all about the cardio these days.
You can have cardio with a prostitute, though.
Yeah, you can just shag it. That's cardio.
Oh,
Yeah.
not the way I do
You're
it.
only into rape for the cardio. It's like, may I introduce you to a rowing machine? He goes on the raping machine at the gym. Just got to put your arm like that. Why is this machine crying? Who left the rape machine in the shower again?
Oh, imagine
Told you, spray this down after you've used it.
having to adjust the weight.
Yeah, I'm about to visit this one in Wales.
Yeah. I only do about 60 on the rape machine.
But like, yeah, would you do anything different though if you knew? Say you knew you were about to die next week. What would you do with your week? You've got 7 days. What would you do with that week?
Probably get pissed.
Yeah, I reckon like you have a drink.
Yeah.
I'd have a drink.
Yeah.
Like I'd definitely have a massive blowout on like. I always thought like if I was going to get like a terminal disease that I knew like say I've got a diagnosis with Alzheimer's,
Yeah.
I'd be like right, I'm gonna fucking Switzerland it because like you gotta. I don't want to drift into being a zombie husk.
Yeah.
Bad. I think it's sad. I'd rather just big party, everyone that I love together, one last night, do loads of drugs, have a big last time.
You would turn up because
Yeah.
they're on the 30s.
This
You
is
got
it.
kids to
They're like, oh, I
responsibility.
couldn't get a babysitter. That'd be the bleakest thing in the world if no one came to your death party. Literally the last obligation I'm going to give you.
Here's the thing I'd start doing.
Yeah.
I'd start freezing my cum.
What for? Making ice lollies?
No, like
He's done it to an ice cube tray, having them in his fucking cocktails.
for future generations.
Oh, yeah, because we need more generations of Quinns.
No, like
Oh, we're running out of weak-hearted fat cunts. Quick, to the freezer.
I'd freeze my cum.
Your genetic material dying with you would be a wonderful thing.
No.
I just touched his foot.
It's minging
he's
my
got
foot
his
as well.
out.
At least it's in a sock, I guess.
I think that's worse, if anything. Very sweaty.
It was very sweaty. It was damp. Stop strip teasing, you fucking weirdo. That's so gross.
So yeah, I would. I would freeze my cum. I would.
Just in your freezer, or you go to a facility?
I'd probably write a lot of letters.
Dear British Gas, my tariff has been overcharging me.
No, I quite like the idea.
I'd
of
make
it.
Tom write letters just to please myself for the last week.
I quite like the idea of. Did you ever see the film P.S. I Love You?
No,
Did you not?
because I am a heterosexual man.
So
What the fuck are you on about? You ever seen Marley and Me? Shut up, you gay.
So P.S. I Love You is a film about Jared Butler being dead.
Right.
And he dies, but he sends loads of notes from beyond the grave to
Right.
his wife,
Right.
being like, "Oh,
You look fat in that.
Me and the rest of the ghosts are checking out your fat ass, you big fat bitch.
So what you did with your new boyfriend last night, you slag. I think it'd be so funny to be dying, like to go to like Switzerland or something and euthanise, and just your missus just before you go, just be like, "Don't move on."
I never loved you.
I've got AIDS. Yeah, I'd write letters, I think, to people.
To who?
Just people. Like,
You'd be writing lists of grievances that you haven't quite got out of your system, innit?
I would probably spend if I had to
Your
spend,
last Facebook post would be bitchy as fuck. You would just be calling out every comedian who's annoyed him in an email.
If I had the chance to spend my last week with my loved one or getting some revenge, I'd be going revenge.
You go revenge every time, yeah. I would be writing, my last Facebook post would be nuclear as well. I'd be like, and here's why these people are cunts. Like
the following people are paedophiles.
Yeah. I'd just write an essay about my old agent, to be honest. I'd be like, here's the reasons I thought he was a cunt. I know you all know I do. Here's why.
I'd call out every comic that works for comedy clubs that don't pay acts.
Yeah.
And are like, oh, well, you know what I mean? Like, hey, they've always paid me fine.
Yeah.
Fucking hate that behaviour, man.
I'd just call out everyone who was shit. I'd be like, the following people are shit at comedy.
Honestly, that would take me more than a week. That would take me more than a week. Because what would happen is I'd write my initial list of like 400 or whatever, and then I'd keep going back.
You can edit the post.
You
like, I thought of another one. I think you just got to get it out there and edit it after the fact and just be like, you know what, I'll keep adding more in the comments.
Yeah. And if I didn't add you in this list, there is a chance that I just don't know you.
Yeah, and under some of the comments are like, oh, that reminds me, you're shit.
Yeah. Someone had commented and you just put edited.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking hell. Last week, I go on holiday.
Yeah.
You hate holidays.
Yeah.
You what, sorry?
You hate holidays.
Yeah, I know, but I hate dying as well. So.
You might as well do it somewhere warm.
Yeah, if you're going to die.
And you can really push the boat out. I think that's fair enough.
If you're going to die, I want to die on...
I want to die in the sunshine.
Yeah, you don't... This week's raining.
Yeah, it's minging.
Could you imagine if your last week on Earth was just pure sad rain?
Yeah, it'd be minging.
I
don't want to die in Stockport. I like living there, but like, fucking hell, come on.
I'd die somewhere...
When I die, I want to get stuffed behind a radiator at Old Trafford. It's just like, don't bar me or anything, just hide me in Jim Ratcliffe's office.
I would. I'd die somewhere really far to repatriate my body.
Right.
Ben Nevis.
Yeah. Anywhere's going to be hard to move.
Oh,
your
yeah,
body.
no. I wouldn't die in Australia because it's like a day off to get there, wouldn't
No,
it?
because and if someone left, that's quite a waste of your final week. And also,
Yeah, but it's going to take you a long time to get up Ben Nevis. So,
and if someone left your corpse around in the Australian like outback, there'd be a load of people going like, no, this is actually called Uluru. It's actually quite disrespectful to climb this.
The locals call it Uluru, but we call it Ers Fat. And speaking of fat, that's the end of the show.
What does that mean?
What do you think it means?
It's a fat end of the show.
It's a fat end of the show.
He did end it, to be fair.
Have you never heard of a fat end of the show?
No, I've seen one.
Thanks.
He's fat.
Thank you for listening to Dead Men Talking.
Covered a lot, learned a lot.
As ever.
Featuring Little Not Gay Tom. Say goodbye, Tom.
Goodbye, everyone.
Sign up to our Patreon. It's £3 a month, and you get loads of free things.
I was just going to carry on.
Yeah, I know you were, so I just interrupted. If you've got a video to send us in, we like sending showing horrible videos to guests if they turn up.
Yeah.
And that is 07354 188 257 on WhatsApp. But mainly the Patreon thinks we want your money. Thanks. We need it to pay brasses to suck you off.
Patreon.com/Dead Men Talk Pod. £3 a month.
If you're a sex worker who fancies working pro bono at Dead Meat, let us know.
Pro bono. You're ugly as fuck.
Yeah.
That's how we get away with it legally if we just don't pay her.
Yeah, then it is just sucking someone off.
Yeah.
And then, we can, unconnected, just be like, oh, there's £100 there. We're not going to look.
Yeah.
All right.
I like it. I like the idea of it.
Yeah.
I think do we get a fit one or a minging one?
Oh, I'm minging one. Beggars can't be choosers, isn't it? Yeah. And also the budget is fucked.
Budget. I can't believe that someone said to me the other day, oh, you sold out Dead Meat. You must be making loads of money. And I went, let me correct you. You sold out Dead Meat You don't know how much money you're losing.
We have no idea currently. Like, we're at the point where there are just things we have to pay for, but the budget's gone. So we're just like,
I've no idea.
please buy merch. When you come to Deadbeat, buy merch. If we sell every bit of merch, we will only lose a couple of grand.
Someone messaged the Discord the other day and said, "Where are the shuttle buses going from Manchester?" I was like, "What shuttle buses? It's not Glastonbury."
What the fuck are you on about? The fuck do you think this is?
Shuttle buses.
Shuttle buses. Get a bus.
Yeah, there's
There
a
are
bus.
regular buses. We're not. What are people on about? The shuttle buses.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no. Oh no. In fact, no. We're emailing back to that person, and we are telling them a shuttle bus is arriving from a location.
The shuttle bus is coming from your house.
Yeah. No, I think we tell him a certain point outside Piccadilly. We see how long they wait.
The shuttle bus is coming from Scotland, specifically Ben Nevis.
Right. Let's fuck off.
Yeah, that's
Fuck off.
Bye.
Bye.